Hello YouTube, I'm That Parks Guy, and this is Weight Loss Wednesday number 2. And I'm going to kind of do a double entendre here with Weight Loss Wednesday. Weight loss usually is about my diet and the journey I've been on and the journey I'm continuing to be on and probably will continue to be on for years. However, I'm also going to use it to discuss some things just in general, kind of get a weight off my shoulders, so to speak. But first we'll cover the diet, and I'm sure this will bleed into some of the other stuff. So I'm using today as a vlog day too. So I'll get the weight loss stuff out of the way, and then if you don't want to listen anymore, feel free to close out the video. But if you do, that's awesome too. So this past week, I realized that I've just been giving myself excuses. I've either been too busy, money's too tight, there's too much food in the house, too much bad food in the house, not enough good food in the house. None of that's true. I mean, I can make the conscious decision to have a salad for dinner, a grilled chicken salad, instead of having lasagna like I did tonight. I can make conscious efforts to eat better, but I don't. I make conscious efforts to think about eating better. I give it just enough effort to say that, to mentally tell myself that I'm trying. I'm not anymore. I used to. Like I said in the beginning, I started out weighing 407 pounds. I got down to 350. Hell, I even got down to about 320. And gained about 30 of it back, and I've hovered at 350 for 6-7 months now, 8 months. And I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, losing weight or gaining weight. So I don't know what the problem is. I mean, I know what the problem is. The problem is my own willpower. I'll tell myself I'm focused on other things. There's other stuff going on. Life is happening all around me. But in all honesty, I don't want it bad enough. You know, I want it to look like I want it bad enough. But I don't. And I used to have this motivation. I used to have the desire to do better with my weight loss, but I don't know where that went. I don't know how to get it back. You know, I say that I want to do this. I say that I want to do that. But I don't. I mean, I've got too much other stuff going on, or don't have enough going on, or I'm just too damn lazy. You know, I don't know where to go with it, really. You know, I started off by saying I've fallen off the wagon, or I faltered this week, or I faltered doing this, or I faltered doing that. And it's not faltering. It's making the conscious choice to not. And I want to make the conscious choice to do better. I tell myself I will. I tell myself, okay, I know I was bad today, but tomorrow I'll be better. And then I say, well, you know, it's better to start this kind of thing on a Monday, because then you can keep track of it better, or you know, whatever random excuse comes up. But it's the same excuse I've used for a decade and a half now. I was always heavy. I was heavy in school, you know, and I've just gotten heavier. I'm scared that I'll see that 407 pound mark again. You know, I'm scared that I'll never see my feet again standing up. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There's a fly flying around, so I apologize. There's a lot of stuff that I wish I could do. I wish I could go on hikes. You know, the town I live in has a river festival that goes on. You know, it's fantastic. And the way I talk myself into going is because I get to walk around and then reward myself with funnel cake. I love funnel cake. I love corn dogs. There's a reason I'm this big. You know, I went out to Colorado. And I would have loved to go to like the Garden of the Gods and walked around there, but I may have been able to hike for half a mile, maybe a mile. Had to go back to the car, you know. Because once my ankles give out, they give out, and they give out really quickly because I'm putting 350 pounds of pressure on them when I move. Well, that's a lot. I need to lose another human being. In my ideal weight, I'm 6'2", and it says my ideal weight is between 160 and 180. If it's at 180, let's just safely assume that I need to lose half of me. Left half, right half, doesn't matter. Literally half. That's daunting. And I know I said last video, don't focus on the number. Do not focus on the goal number. Focus on making the life change. And that's true. That's helped. That has helped me to realize some of my choices. Focusing on the food has helped me to realize some of the choices I'm making. It's helped me to realize that I make a lot of bad choices. I still make them. And it's like, the more I tell myself I'm on a diet, the more I tell myself to restrict what I'm eating or to eat normally, it's like the hungrier my brain gets. The hungrier it makes my stomach. I don't know how to solve that. My sister recently started a medication called Contrave. And I have seriously considered it. It's an anti-addiction drug. It's used to help people get off of opiates, morphine, that kind of thing. And I've considered taking it. Not morphine, the Contrave. Because if it could help me get past that craving, that addiction style craving, then maybe, just maybe with that help, I'd have the mental capacity to keep going with stuff. It's worked for her. She's lost a lot of weight. It's really kind of good to see. I'm happy for her. You know, we both went through it. We both went through a lot of weight loss, on and off. It's hard to describe, you know, food addiction. I've described it in a previous video, but there's a reason that there's a drug out there that affects opiates and also food addiction. It's that powerful. Like I said in an earlier video, I can wake up and be thinking about what I'm going to have for lunch. And I can eat all day because I am then hungry for lunch. So I keep telling myself I'm hungry. All day. I will eat until I hurt. And not like, oh, I'm full, but like stomach bulging hurt. And the only reason I stop is because of the pain. The first time I ever felt hungry, I thought I was having a heart attack. When I started my diet when I was 407 pounds. The first time I was actually hungry, I thought I was having a heart attack. I didn't know what it was. I had never actually been hungry. And it's a blessing and a curse that food is so readily available for us. I know there's a lot of people in the world where food is scarce or non-existent. And, you know, only in a country of plenty where there'll be an addiction drug for food. It sucks, but it is what it is. And they say to use all the tools at your disposal, and I'd like to think that I'm mentally capable enough to do this on my own. I would like to sit down and tell myself that I'm strong enough, that I have the willpower to do this on my own. But I've never really drank. I've never done drugs. Never smoked. I don't have an addictive personality. I tell myself that as I'm shoving something else into my mouth. So I do. I have an addictive personality. My drug is food. And eating makes me happy. And thinking about not eating makes me unhappy. And not because it's some big downer, because it's just how it works. You know, depression is a chemical imbalance. And not eating causes a chemical imbalance. Because when I eat, it's like getting a drug, you know, and so it releases dopamine and serotonin. Hell, I love food, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's oxytocin in there too. Oxytocin is the they call it the love drug. It's the drug that the chemical your brain releases when you first fall in love, when you meet someone new that you're attracted to, and during sex. So I wouldn't be surprised if when I eat, oxytocin is released into my brain too. It's addictive. But that's the good kind of addictive. Like, you know, it's a good feeling. But too much of it will cause you to have addictive tendencies. And that's exactly what I have. I know there's some people out there who struggle with something similar. I've gotten messages on Twitter about it, and I hope that seeing that somebody else out there suffers through something similar, or, you know, knowing that you're not alone helps. That's why I do this. That's why I've been putting myself out there on this Weight Loss Wednesday. I love tabletop gaming. I love RPGs. I love talking about that stuff. But the real, true reason I started a YouTube channel was because I wanted to put myself out there. I have severe social anxiety because of my weight. I feel embarrassed to be in public. I always think that everyone in a room is talking about me, even though I intellectually know that they're probably not. You know, they probably don't even really notice me. But for some reason, I just know that they're talking about me. I've said some of this stuff before, so I apologize if you've listened to my other videos and you're repeating, but or you're getting a repeat of some of that. But I just want people to know that you're not alone in this. I started this not so much as a way to get things off my chest, which is what it's kind of turning into, but as a way for people to know that, you know, there's somebody else out there with this. And it was also a social experiment for me to get out there get past my own social anxiety. So not so much a social experiment, but I guess that is the definition of a social experiment. Can I get past my own social anxiety? So, no, not yet. I can digitally, you know, I can on the interwebs, can through Twitter, not in person. I'm still scared to death of my wedding. You know, my fiance's just going to be gorgeous, and I'm more nervous. I'm embarrassed for her. She's not going to be embarrassed to be with me, but I'm embarrassed for her to be with me. So, anyways, welcome to the Debbie Downer hour. I apologize. But I guess this is just a lot of stuff I wanted to get off my chest. See? Fly. Anyways, thank you guys for listening, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon.